So you saying, okay, I get what you're saying. So you saying even if that wasn't my cousin, that's what we should do for each other anyway. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like look, if part of some type of action could be, look, if you see any black man pulled over, you better stop and make sure he's straight. Every black person who did, stop and make sure the police know you're staring right at them. Because like I went to earlier, they ain't gonna get rid of the police. So how do you create something where it feels equal? Because like you said, like Adrian alluded to, we've seen this happen over and over and over. So man, it's like watching the part 5 of a movie, Rocky. We've seen it. Okay, like, do we need to see it again when your son turns 30, and then when his son turns 10, and when you feel what I'm saying? Like, we've seen it.
I think what y'all just said, that's one of the pieces though. I think that's a good ass idea.
Yeah, that could be a piece every time you see a black man pulled over.
Yeah, stop and make sure he good.
But it's sad though, because
it's sad. You know what? It is.
Gotta do that.
You know what though? It is sad, and we should.
White people don't get pulled out the car.
Check this out. It is sad, and we shouldn't have to do that. But I don't mind fucking doing that. And I want you to know that's why I'm stopping. I want you to know that. I want you to feel my presence. So I think that's good. That this is what we gonna do. Period. Wherever we at, all over the place. Like I was telling Darrell, we got our own language. Like you could be across the whatever or at a game, and we got a language. We could see the same thing and catch eyes. Like, yeah, you see, you know what I mean? And we ain't even got to speak. So I think that's something that we should do. Yeah, I think that's dope.
Whether you blood, crib, red, I don't care what you. If you're a black man, right? If you're a black man and the police is pulling somebody, you just stop and you clearly let the police clearly see you. You don't get in their way, but you clearly let
them do their job, but let them know, like, yo, I'm here to make sure my brother good. That's it.
Clear as day. And if everybody did that, all of a sudden you got 30, 40 people sitting around watching, because it just can happen like that. Like, people pass by all the time. Me sitting right there on I've sat right there selling my merchandise for the kids that I raised money for my baseball company, and I've had somebody call the police on me and 7, 8 police pull up. Why do you need 7, 8 police? Because somebody said it's a black man selling. If that was somebody selling, let's be real, if that was girls selling Girl Scout cookies, it would be no harm, no foul.
Right.
At all. That was some white girls selling Girl Scout cookies.
So I want to ask y'all,
no foul.
I want to ask y'all this. So because y'all being on the West, so I like to pride myself on the circle that I keep. So can y'all tell me like some stuff that y'all plan on doing, or things that ideas that you may want to put in place, or how y'all move? Just something that's going towards it. Like, I don't want none of us to just be sitting on the side, like, just letting shit happen. If we have a voice or we have an influence, even if it's in our tiny, just in our family circles, it's something that you guys are saying, doing, plan on doing to go towards this change that we probably won't see in our lifetime, but our kids should definitely fucking see something.
You want me to go, hey?
Yeah, you can go. Go ahead.
For me, I think I just said a part of the plan. Like, look, if I see a black man getting pulled over, I don't really care where I'm headed. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna make sure that he good. That I think that's a piece actively, like literally, physically, actively, that I can play. Like, officer, you see me staring right at you. It better be fair, and that's the best I can do. For literally, I'm talking about being active now. As far as in my camps and all that stuff, I teach the equality thing, period. These kids, we don't do that color thing. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to the issue that we're literally facing right now, which got the whole, you know what I'm saying, world marching, is I can do that. I can do that. For every black man I see, it better be fair, Mr. Officer. It better be fair.
All right, Ed, what you got?
Pretty much for me is pretty much what we saying, but like everything that I do now is black business. You know, I'm all about the betterment of us. Like, I don't go, I mean, it's since this pandemic, even before, like, I haven't ate out. You know, I go to this bakery that I was telling D about in Inglewood called the Sweet Red Peach. Mm-hmm. It's right across the street from the Forum. You know, it's a black bakery. I drive all the way from Chino Hills. That's about 40, 45 minutes just to go get a piece of cake. You know,
Right.
anybody's black business with Darrell, like, you know, whatever he got going on, you know, I try to support. You know, same thing with Tay. Just anything.
Yeah,
like I got a watch. Made by Italian Twine. It's a black dude out of Virginia. You know, it was I guess it was a bad street, but he got a watch company, and I bought a watch from him. So everything that I'm trying to do right now is I'm just making sure that my dollars goes into a black pocket, and I don't give a shit about white people. I don't give a shit about Asians. I've even told my mom, like, me and my mom was talking the other day, and I was like, you know, if you go in a nail shop and you raise hell and you get into it with one of them Asian ladies, they're going to lock that door on you, and all them Asian ladies going to whoop your ass. Because that's how they get down. Same thing with Middle Eastern people. Like, they don't give a shit if they don't know you or whatever. But if you're one of them, you're going to have to fight all of them. Black people ain't like that. I wish we were, but we'll sit on the sidelines, watch some shit pop off, and leave, and don't even worry about it.
Yeah, that ain't my business. That ain't my business.
Right. But you watch Asian people, you watch Asian people, and you watch Middle Eastern people, they will get with you quick. It is us against them. And with us, it's like we stay in our lane. And that's just not cool. Like, we gotta change that. I think the best thing that I've seen out of this is everywhere in the world, black people are now protesting, come to the forefront.
Yes.
How long is this gonna last, though? That's the issue.
That's the thing. That's the thing. And I think that ties back into, so what's the next step? It lasts as long as what changes? It's like, what are we looking for to change immediately in our face? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like we're gonna protest until that door is open right there. Like, there's what are we looking for to happen that'll make us be like, all right, finally, now we good. You know what I'm saying? I think shit, we've been protesting for years. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It has to happen all the way at the top, and at the top is where we opened up this category, you know, with this conversation with SB. It's been the police, and the police have been white. That's from slavery. If you can't change it at the top, we gonna keep dealing with this. Right. That's a harsh reality, right? Like, that's a harsh reality because we're all used to dealing with police in our life.
Okay, and I'm gonna counter that by saying I think it's from the bottom, and because to me the police ain't that's not the top. I think I think it's the bottom because, all right, I'm from.
Who is the bottom?
So that's what I'm saying. I'm from a smaller area than y'all are from, right? So when I say the bottom, I mean, like, in my own town where I'm from, my voice is loud in my town. You know what I'm saying? My counterparts' voices are loud in my town. And if we all come together and go to these meetings, these town hall meetings and all that shit, and we have a voice there and we command what we would like in our community, that's a victory right there in our community. The next town over, them brothers do the same thing. It's like 20 minutes apart. So I know those guys over there. They know me. If we can come together behind closed doors, talk about some of the things we want to see change, enforce that in our own towns that are 20 minutes apart, then look, you got like a whole fucking area on the same wave, and that shit can spread. So I think if you start from the bottom and let that shit grow, that shit up top, that president, all that bullshit,
Yeah, but that's the community. What I'm saying is, like, okay, that's the other side of it when you say, like, the bottom, how you said, like, we have to start supporting us, right? Supporting the black business, saying what's up to the black man and not me mugging each other. Like, first of all, we got to kind of fix us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Within that, right? But what I'm saying is, like, from the political side of it, we're not, besides us, you know, marching to the town hall meetings, I'm saying something that we've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? Because that same systematic thing, what we've seen before, is part of the systematic oppression. And it's always that. It's not just, you know, it's not always just this Zimmerman case who killed just some random white boy. It's always this white police officer who did something which sparked the ultimate outrage. It's always the white police officer which sparked this ultimate outrage. Like I say, Rodney King got beat literally not even, I can jog 30 steps from where I'm currently sitting, which is next to a black business, Perry's joint, right? 30 steps down the street is where Rodney King got beat on for almost 20 minutes till he was lifeless.
All right.
So, that was a whole bunch of white police.
Let me use this analogy, and I think this is a good one because I like to do that. Imagine a bad kid, right? And let's say that the cops are the bad kids. Let's say we black people are the single mother, right? The kid is bad. He does whatever he does. The mom lets him, he does whatever he's doing. He gets in trouble. The mom doesn't say nothing to this kid until she's had enough. Then she loses it. She goes crazy on the kid. But the kid is here. He knows, all right, I went too far. Mom's mad. But then after she's done yelling, the very next week, he's going to do the same thing because he knows that she's bluffing.
Exactly.
I'm saying that we are bluffers. They know that we're going to get mad. They know that we're going to fuss for a little bit. They know that we may protest a little bit, but we're not going to follow up on shit, right? That's what it's been. I think that in our communities, if we go to these meetings and we voice our opinions and we go there strong and then we hold them accountable and we don't go away. We don't fucking go away just because they say, okay, yeah, we'll look into it. Whatever the fucking change that you want, if you don't go away and you stay pressing on their fucking necks about whatever it is, like, fam, we live here. So I think I think if the neighboring towns and the cities, where you at, bro?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I apologize. I think it was there's a motorized situation going on outside.
Hey, Adrian, this is like the worst dude to do a podcast with because every time we on, this nigga has some sound, something, somewhere, some way.
He over there like what is it?
I don't be knowing what the fuck he be doing.
Teddy Riley having some difficulties.
I'm busy, man. I'm moving around.
Oh man. But anyway, bro, like I think
I'm busy, man.
I think that if we can just do that, man, and just stand firm in our shit, man. Like it's just like yo.
What's going on over there?
I don't know what he's doing. But just like just like fam, I'm about to kick you. I'm about to mute this nigga.
What are you?
Mute this nigga, man.
That is hilarious.
Look, but just like a kid, bro, just like a little badass kid. That little badass kid gonna try you until you are firm and you are consistent. And that's what we have to be. So I think what we're doing right now is dope, but it's gotta be consistent. So even when this protesting fades off, when we go back into our communities, that same pressure gotta be applied right there at all times, yo. It has to.
You don't think that's been the case since we've been here? Like, we got representatives.
Unmute me.
You're back. We hear you now.
Like, we got representatives. I think the biggest letdown was Barack. Like, you the head nigga in charge.
Yeah.
You could have said, like, I put it like this. Who was it? It was.
He talking now, boy. He talking.
It was Lyndon Baines Johnson, right?
Mm-hmm.
After the assassination of Kennedy and King, he is the only president that's passed the most legislation.
Yep, and even though he got a for whatever reason he's got like a racist
a racist viewpoint.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right though.
Pretty much what because I tell people all the time, desegregation pretty much. It messed up the black community because once again, we had black hotels and now we want to go stay at the white hotels. So what happens to black business? Black business suffers. And there's always a hidden agenda. There's always a hidden agenda with everything. And that's how I look at it. Like Barack, everybody, like my grandmother, before she left this earth, she was able to see him get in the White House. And she just thought like, oh, he's gonna do everything, make a change, and that was his whole campaign slogan: change.
Nah, man.
What shit changed?
He couldn't do
nothing.
Shit there. He couldn't do
when
shit.
When Zimmerman did the shit that he did, what did he say about that shit? Nothing, really.
That's
He
it.
said
He was a pawn in the game.
He said
in the game.
He said the attorney general will take care of it. Like, bro, you the loudest, you the head nigga in charge. Like, you could have put the whole weight of the White House on that.
Yep.
You could have changed that. The Supreme Court, like, you see what Trump is doing. Trump is doing whatever the hell he wants, and the Supreme Court is just signing off on shit. Even if they don't sign off on it, you expose them. That's the whole thing. Like, do reparations. Let 535 of the Congress shoot it down. But at least we'll know, okay,
he
Congress shot it down.
Yeah.
He at least tried. The nigga never tried to do shit. So I don't know why people always want to kiss his ass. Like, man, fuck Barack and Michelle. Like, look. At a certain time, you have to stand for something. Even if, like what they say in basketball, 100% of the shots you don't take, you got to at least take the shot. You got to at least attempt to take a shot. You can't just sit back.
100% of the shots you don't take.
You don't, exactly. And that's what Barack did. Like, he didn't even try to take a shot.
So
You wasted 8 years. And now we're living in the time frame because this is Barack's time frame. Like, we won't see what Trump is really doing until Trump is out. So right now, this is what you made. This is what you made for us, Barack. You made us passive aggressive. So now we doing peaceful marches instead of shooting somebody.
Can I say something here?
Yeah, you're clear. Go ahead.
Let me put this into a analogy like you did right now, and I said this to my buddy the other day. How we talk about, like, how do you make a change, and you know what I'm saying, like what do you do, right? Where do you go from here? What do you do? So in the game of baseball, you can do something when something occurs that goes against the rules. You can do something. You walk out to the umpire, and it's called play the game under an appeal. And you can literally say, hey, umpire, I don't like what just happened there. I'm playing this game under appeal. They foul it in the little book. They tell the other team that this is now being played under, not an appeal, protest. We are playing this game under protest. And when that happens, they file it, they put it in a little book, they send it off to the MLB at the top, they continue to play that game. But guess what happens here? That protest never really pops back up. They play 162 games, they keep playing, the next year comes, that protest quickly gets risen and it quickly disappears. And for 100+ years, nothing has changed about such systems. You see what I'm saying? But They play the game under the protest. They say, we're going to protest this. And they say, yeah, okay, well, cool, whatever. And they just keep going.
Yeah.
They just keep going.
That's like asking your mom, like, hey, mom, can I have something out the store? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see ain't gonna come.
Yeah. Like, they simply foul it and they just keep going, like, whatever. Because what I'm saying is we know this is about money. We know this is politics. We know this is the game, right? We know this. This is from slavery. I'll go back there again. So that the end all be all is who's going to come up with enough funds, or who's going to be powerful enough to make a move to actually make a change in this game that we've been playing, our parents, our grandparents, and their grandparents have been playing. Who's going to do that? How many of us does it take to actually make the game change?
You gotta touch him, man. You gotta touch him. That's all. That's. I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta touch him. I'm gonna go
in
military.
Communist countries,
you got to touch
me,
them.
Adrian? You feel me? So listen, in communist countries, what do? When they want to change, right? Because we're supposed to be this democracy, land of the free, we so-called quote unquote vote. Y'all can't see me, but quote unquote vote, right? And we know that voting, whatever, how you call it, some people believe it's BS, some people believe it helps.
Right.
But for us black people, right, as far as police, we ain't seen nothing help. So in communist countries, when they want to change, that change takes place within a week, within 2 weeks. They go to absolute war. And they say the change is going to happen. People die, people perish. But the change takes place right then and there. There's no voting. There's no waiting 8 years. There's no waiting for 3 presidents, 5. No, it happens right then and there. And then they go from there. And the next social cause that they got that needs to be dealt with, they deal with it again, just like that. Because the change happens right then and there. Since we're not voting, the change happens just like that.
You gotta respect people like Nat Turner. You gotta think about what made Nat Turner do what he did, bro.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
What made Christopher Dorner do what he did? What made Xavier Johnson do what he did?
All right, so now, cool. We upset, we mad. Now you know what? You don't understand us talking and being peaceful. So now we about to get to the action. All right, so you get to the action. So how do you differentiate getting to the action with people that deserve the action who don't deserve the action? You know what I'm saying?
The problem with that, what is war, Shane? What is war? War is not nice. Sometimes the innocent gonna get caught with the guilty. But that's for the Lord to figure out. Let the Lord sort that one out.
It's like, who's willing to step to that?
I think I have a responsibility to step in here. So I'm understanding you and I'm feeling you, but the other side is, but then that makes us no better. So I don't want to do that. I'm not going to go that far to say let's do that, because I mean that individuals are individuals, people are people. So I don't want to do that. Unless the situation calls for it, I'm all for whatever it is if the situation is calling for it.
Do you think this situation causes for continuing the protest that we've seen for 100+ years, or
I think okay.
something like, what is the answer?
That's what I'm saying. I think this one is
protest that will go away.
This feels different to me though. This don't feel like we protested on Saturday and that was it. This is
Shane.
The whole country is doing the same thing at the same time. This ain't just DC. This ain't just Texas. Everyone's doing this. This is the first time I've seen the whole country do it at the same time.
Well, the reason is because the coronavirus. Once everybody's sitting at home right now, and you trust me.
Great reason to get outside.
A lot of that going outside was, man, I done been in the house for 5-6 months. Let's just be real about the situation.
Man, I'm going outside.
Like I tell people all the time, like black people been in war since we came to this continent. Now let's talk about the United States military. Does every Scud missile that the United States shoot go to where its target? No, it hits innocent people. We have killed a lot of innocent people. The military has.
Yeah.
But it's collateral damage. Shit happens.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, it's trying to get the job done and winning the war.
Trying to get the job done.
You can't. No dog is gonna allow you. You just got a dog, right? You just got a dog, right? Is your dog gonna let you beat its behind every day, and that dog is not gonna fight back?
Right. So you just made a great point. But I'm the one that's beating his behind. If you walk in and you ain't did nothing to him.
But bruh, does not dogs attack people sometimes that don't have nothing to do? It happens. Everybody gonna get the smoke.
So you saying it's civil war then? You basically saying it's civil war.
It has to happen, Shane. That's how this nation became this nation.
Was on war.
We are all from Great Britain. And some settlers said, you know what? I haven't been to Great Britain in years. My great-granddaddy's from there. I'm not paying you no more taxes. We gonna catch this smoke. That's how independence came. Then we had a slavery issue. We had the North, we had the South. Some white people said, you know what? They see us as equals. Some of them didn't. We had to fight. Ain't nothing wrong with fighting. Brothers fight, family fight.
No, I'm with you on that. I just want to concentrate the fighting on the right people. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you're going to get caught up in the middle. We've been in the military. There was times where we had to fight that we didn't want to fight, right?
Yeah.
When we was at the club and we were trying to chill and we didn't want to fight, but we fought. And anybody can catch it. And that's the bad thing about war.
That's the part that the system want us to do, right? The system knows, like, all they're gonna do is scream and yell. They ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah,
right? Ultimately, when it comes down to, they're only gonna scream and yell.
Until you touch somebody, you gotta touch somebody.
Dorner was like, "Look, I know it's not a lot of me's, but I'm about to do something, and I'm been a police, and I don't like these motherfuckers." The racist ones, and I'm doing something, right? But how many Dorners do we really got, right? To make an effect. When they stormed the beaches of Normandy, that was war, right? We talk about war. Them soldiers knew a lot of us is about to die, but we got a job to do. We got to get on the beach, and we got to go that way and that way only. You know what I'm saying? But to make a change, they had to go there.
All right, so let me buy into it. I'm buying into what you're saying. All right, so we strap up, and that's how we rocking. To get to get on the other side of that, then what is it? That's what I want to see what y'all see after that.
We can meet on the other side.
After we hit the streets.
After we get on the other side.
What's on the other side?
After the side, with every war, you gotta collect. It's just like chess. You gotta get that queen. You gotta get that king. And once you get that, then you can. Then I put it like this: How did Great Britain get South Africa? They went to war. They killed off all the leaders. And then they brought in their own establishment government. That's the only way to do it.
It have to get to a point to where when we go, let me go back to where at the top they say, okay, all right, we got you. And they said, we got to make a change because we at your front door every single time out, right?
What happened in Iraq?
If that don't happen, it ain't gonna move. They already
Saddam
know
Hussein, right?
They're gonna say they ain't gonna do shit about it. It's
Saddam
gonna be
Hussein,
back to
right?
regular business.
Saddam Hussein, right? Iraq, right? We removed him out the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. Gaddafi, right? He got moved out the way, right? It's a lot of people that get moved out the way. They was trying to. I don't know for sure, but I know damn well they've been trying to get rid of the old boy from North Korea. I mean, there's no way around it, Shane. We want to do it peaceful. We've tried to do peaceful, bro. Is it gonna be you next? Is it gonna be me? Is it gonna be your child, your grandchild? Like, it don't hit home until it hits home. So I mean, we can do this kumbaya in we 40. So we only got maybe another 40, 50, 60 years at this. And truly maybe another 10, 20, because we ain't gonna have the energy to do it. You know, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Fred Hampton, all them people put their lives on the line for a reason. Nobody picked up the torch after them brothers died. What did Jesse Jackson do? Nothing.
Yeah.
We don't have no true leaders. We don't got no leaders. We don't got no voice. Who you gonna listen to? Jay-Z? You gonna listen to one of these guys that ain't like, nah, bro, we don't got no leaders. You gonna listen to Kanye? We looking for the leaders, but you might be the leader. I might be the leader. We just gotta walk in our own truth. We can't be afraid to ruffle some feathers. You gotta make people feel uncomfortable. Your mom would love for you to be a toddler again. Would love to see you as 5. But the thing, you had to grow. There's growing pains. We gotta go forward. We can't go backwards. So yeah, like, bro, we've been trained in the military. We have a militant mindset. We know how to do it.
Yeah.
The question is, you my battle, he's my battle. But can I trust this person? Because I had a young brother at church say, man, I'm ready to go to war, but how many of y'all gonna go to war with me? And that's just the true statement of it. Like, man, am I gonna look back and nobody's gonna be around? Because think about that. Martin Luther King has all these death threats. Who really had his back? Who had Malcolm's back?
Yeah.
That's a lonely feeling when you don't got nobody, So why are you gonna fight a war? That's because that's Christopher Dorner. Christopher Dorner went against the LAPD for a week and was picking them off left and right. He passed up black officers. He passed up Hispanic officers. He passed up everybody else. He was just picking off white officers. He did pick off the Asian police chief's daughter, and he picked off her boyfriend was black, but that's just collateral damage. If I can't touch you, I'm gonna touch those you love.
I would hate to see it get to that point, man. That's all I'm saying.
But bro, we there though.
But look, listen.
Listen.
This was great. This was good. We got like 30 seconds left. I want to thank both of y'all, man. My guy Adrian, my battle Darrell. I guess he done muted himself again. I don't know what he's doing.
Man, he's
Walking the street, I be staring over my shoulder. Yeah, I want big money, I want big cars, everybody knows me. I'm grinding like y'all, I'm trying to paint the picture, same thing that Ike saw. All I can be is me, man, I'm nothing like y'all. Days in McDaniel, man, they cut them lights off. Cutting through them yards, man, them dogs will bite y'all. I went through the pain, you can call them life scars. Ain't no truth in your rhymes, man, they just some nice bars. I done pay my dues, how can I forget the change? Got 2 sisters, but her mamas ain't the same. I'm here to tell the truth, allow me to set the stage. For him it was a home, but for me it was a cage. It's too far back, I can't start at the beginning. Pops in the streets, running wild, chasing women. Mercedes all green, leather seats, windows tinted. Baggies full of green with some groove niggas in it. Getting to the money, he ain't know that I was watching. Flossing in the Benz, used to hustle in a Datsun. Left in the care of a woman who ain't want me. It's just a story of a nigga from the country, McDaniel.